guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nicola McGregor and I'm from Westmoreland, Jamaica. I am a proud mom of a beautiful 2-year-old baby girl. You'll be seeing her frequently as I do my contents. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a like and a comment on this video. My channel will be mainly about lifestyle, faith, motherhood, and story time. I wanted to start my YouTube channel from a year ago, but I kept putting it off because I keep telling myself that I don't have the right resources to make perfect videos. But I still don't have the right resources, no, but I decided that I am going to substitute. I'm not going to wait around until I can purchase a selfie stick or a better phone to make the right videos. I decided that I have a lamp at home, so I'm gonna plug it in and get some lighting from that. And this is exactly what I'm doing now. So I want to tell someone that there is always something that you can use to substitute. So don't put off your dream because you don't have all the requirements. Don't put off your dream because you keep waiting and waiting and you're not getting the resources that you want. There's always something in your home or in your environment that you can use to help you to launch out. So if you don't have plan A to do what you want to achieve your goals, then go to plan B. Once you do that and you make a step, then you will achieve your goals. It's best to start than not to start. If you sit every day and you wait for things to become right, you will never make a move. You have to put your best foot forward and take a step and tell yourself that you're not going to wait. You're not going to let because of two things or one thing that you don't have prevent you from going towards your dream. So I want to just encourage someone that, life will always have its up and down. It will never be easy. But once you have the right mindset, then that will help you to go a far way in life. I'm inviting you all to join me and this YouTube journey. You won't regret it. Please subscribe to my channel and let us grow together. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. So today I will be sharing my birth experience with you. All right, so before I begin, I want to tell you that prayer and faith will get you through the toughest time of your life. If you don't know how to do anything else, ensure that you have faith in God and you know how to pray, because trust me, boy, if you don't know how to pray and if you don't have faith in God, when the storms of life come your way, you won't be able to manage effectively. And if you're not strong, you won't make it. Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. As you all know, my name is Nicola. Today I'll be doing a story time and my birth experience. So I gave birth to an emergency C-section. When I was 32 weeks, my belly was showing that I am 36 weeks. So the doctors ran some tests on me and the test showed that there was too much water around the baby, So the doctor said that if I am to push the baby may drown. So I'll have to do a C-section. But they told me to come in a week earlier to take the baby. I did so, and when I was at the hospital, I don't know what happened, but what I do know is that mankind are not perfect. So in everything that we do, we have to just put everything in God's hands and pray. So anyway, when the doctor checked me, she said that I am not ready to have baby. I was saying to myself that this is confusing because she was the one that told me to come in a week earlier so they can take the baby. I at that time I was very big. I could hardly walk. My belly was so big. Everywhere I went, people would normally laugh and say, "You're having a twin. You're so big." So anyway, the doctor said I should go home and come back. That was on a Monday. She said to go home and come back on the Wednesday so they can take the baby. But in my mind, I was saying that I am not going home. So I went outside because I was in the room. I was on the ward. So I went outside and I was so upset and I started to pray and I said, God, please speak through these people because it seems as if they don't really know what they're doing. So afterward, the doctor called me and she said, in case your water break, you need to get here immediately. Then she asked where I live. So I said, I live so and so. And she said, but that's far. So she said, you can go home and come back Wednesday. Or you want to stay. So I said, doctor, I'm staying right here. I'm not leaving. So anyway, I stayed there and they said they're going to induce me the Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. so I can have the baby through a normal delivery mode. I started to worry now because I'm saying at first they said C-section because there's too much water around the baby. So if I'm to push, the baby may drown. So why is it that all this confusion is coming up now? So anyway, I have a very active baby from she was in the womb. She's a very active baby. I could hardly sleep throughout my pregnancy because of the amount of kick I got, and she was always pressing on my bladder, so I always wanted to use the bathroom, and I was always uncomfortable. So anyway, the Wednesday morning, the doctor came to me and she waked me up and she asked me if I'm Nicola McGregor. So I said yes, and put she placed an IV in my hand. And anyway, it was about half an hour after. I wasn't feeling the baby moving any at all, and I was concerned. But at the same time, I was saying maybe the baby is sleepy because she's tired. As I said, she's always up and playing and kicking and all. So it ended up that at the same time, the doctor called me to check on me. And that machine, while I was on the machine, I started having a lot of stitches in my chest, and I could hardly breathe. I was feeling very uncomfortable. So I said to the nurse, I called the nurse and I said, nurse, something is wrong because I can hardly breathe. I'm having a lot of stitches in my chest. And to my surprise, the nurse was very disrespectful. The nurse said, is it your first child? So I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, if you're not labor yet, and yeah, go on, so what gonna happen in a labor? I was so shocked because the only thing I was doing was this. Because if you cannot breathe properly, you're gonna try, to catch breath, and that's what I was doing. So anyway, the problem continued, and I said to myself that I'm not gonna stay there and die. But I didn't have my phone with me because I wanted to video it and send to my mother so she can see what is happening. But I left the phone in the room where I was staying. That's the biggest mistake ever. People, never leave your phone. Walk with your phone wherever you're going, because there comes a time when you're going to need your phone to show your family what is happening. So if in case anything happened to you, they can know where it's coming from. So anyway, the nurse went away and she came back and she checked the machine. When she looked at the machine, she ran off. So I was saying to myself that something is wrong. So anyway, the doctor came running to me and she said, Miss McGregor, are you feeling the baby moving? So I said, no, ma'am. And she said, the baby is in fetal distress. So because of that, we'll have to do an emergency C-section because we don't want to have to choose between saving your life and the baby's life. When she told me that, I was feeling very heartbroken. And I said to myself that, but I knew something was wrong. That's why That's why I said to the nurse that something is wrong, because I felt it. Although it is my first pregnancy experience, I know my body and I could tell that something was definitely wrong. So when, to make matters worse, when the nurse called the theater, they said that they are busy at the moment, so they cannot take me. But the nurse said the baby's heartbeat is very low and we don't want to have to choose between saving the mother's life and the baby's life. So we have to do the C-section now. Anyway, they still did not give her a positive answer. So the doctor kept checking on me and she went away and she came back and she was like doing her finger like this. I can see that she was really frustrated and she really wanted to help me. But anyway, doctor called them a second time and they said that they're still busy. They cannot take me. And at that time, I wanted to break down, but I didn't break down because I said the fact that the baby heartbeat is very low, if I'm supposed to break down, then it's going to cause more serious problem, and I want to keep myself very positive so the baby can be delivered without any further problem. So anyway, the doctor called Tita the third and the last time and she said the baby's heartbeat is very low, we have to take the baby now. And they asked what I'm doing and doctor said she's crying. I didn't want to cry, but I started crying because I said, after all I've been through during my pregnancy, and you know, I ate the best that I could. I could only eat fish and banana, so I ensured that every week I went to the market to buy fish and to get my banana for the baby because that was the only thing she wanted. And I took my vitamins, I got rest as much as I could because I said I want my baby to be born perfect. I don't want any problems. So I spent my money and I took the very best care of myself. So to hear that, I was really, really, really down and I had to cry. I couldn't help it. I didn't want to cry, but I couldn't help it. Maybe if I didn't cry, I would have died from that emotion that was bottled up inside me. So when the doctor said that I'm crying, they said, all right, take her. So anyway, the doctor gave me a form to sign. I didn't read it because my heart was set on them taking the baby before anything serious happens. So I signed the form and the nurse while the nurse was shaving me because I didn't know that I was supposed to shave. And while the nurse was shaving me, I was crying. And the wicked nurse said to me that I should not bother with that no. I should save that for later. Can you imagine? I'm a first time mother and they know. And it would, as human, anybody would have broken down. Anybody, imagine, anybody would have broken down because you carry a child inside your womb for 9 months and then, and the day after delivery, you're hearing just negativity. Then I had no choice. So while I was crying, the nurse said to me that I should have bothered with that. No, I should save that for later. I would have expected that as a nurse, she would have empathized with me, and encouraged me, but that wasn't the case. Anyway, they took me up for delivery, and when I went to the theater and they gave me something to swallow. I swallowed it as quickly as possible. It was a thing to put me to sleep, and I wanted the baby to hurry up and come out so that everything would have been fine. So I did that, and when I wake up, the nurse said to me that, "Do you know where you are?" And I said no, and she said, "You're at the recovery room." So anyway, the same time the water came for me to take me back to the ward, and the nurse said, "Hold on, let me see if there's anything else inside her." And when the nurse pressed on my belly, I hung on to her hand with all my strength because my eyes were closed. I couldn't keep up because of the drugs. So I couldn't keep up any at all. So my eyes kept opening and closing. When the nurse pressed on my belly, she said, "My God, look the man." Paper, guys, when I looked, the amount of afterbirth that came out. So I was stitched up without proper cleaning up on the inside. And she pressed down on my belly again, and more afterbirth came out. And the nurse said, She was so frightened. Well, guys, when I saw that, I was saying to myself that, whoa, it's like everything everything is going bad for me. And if they had taken me back on the ward without pressing down on my belly, those things inside me would have eventually poisoned me. So I just want to tell someone that, if it's not your time to die, you are not going to die. No matter the amount of mistakes that are made in your life, and no matter what situation occur in your life, if it's not your time, the devil cannot touch you. So these are the resources I use to record my video. I place my phone on the paint bucket, and I plug in this lamp and put the phone in front of it so I get some light there. Because whatever we do, we have to make sure that it's clear. So don't sit back and put off your dreams because you don't have the right resources to start. The resources does not have to be the perfect ones, but once you have something that can be used to substitute, then go ahead and fulfill your dreams. Thanks for watching, guys.